January 24th, 2009. Reliable sources phoned NGOs and village leaders around supper time of the 23rd to warn that extreme forces were being deployed against Dakerholm community early the following morning. Licado Canada team and friends arrived in the community to keep watch through the night. At 2 a.m., military forces blocked off the road, and we called out to our networks and media who found ways past the barricades and into the community. By 6 a.m., approximately 250 mixed armed forces and 300 armed breakers surrounded the villagers from all sides. Villagers made a barricade in the middle of the main entrance as cameras were going off in shock of such an amazing show of brute force. We knew as soon as the sun was high enough to be considered day, the forces were going to push forward. I stood next to Kia, who held the camera. My job was to bear witness and keep her and the video evidence protected. I really couldn't believe that anything too bad could happen with so many witnesses, so many media, and right in the middle of the capital city. There was still a part of me that thought someone would stop it before it happened, because many local organizations were calling for help from the United Nations and embassies since 2 o'clock in the morning. Hope in humanity said some miracle was coming our way. It wasn't true. The only miracle is that no one was killed. A line of riot police with shields drawn started pushing down the road, with many more behind them and hundreds of breakers in the far rear. When the police front line hit the Dakerholm barricade, the police started striking at the women who stood behind it. Villagers started screaming and throwing rocks to force the police away from the women. That was the police's plan all along. Provocation until an act of violence against the police gave forces full right to attack. And attack they did. Police fired tear gas and rubber bullets into the crowds of villagers, media, and monitors with complete disregard to human life. The tear gas and the breakers started fires in some of the homes. Dakerholm had become a full-blown war zone. Massive bulldozers first ripped down the community spirit house in Bodhi Tree as all around police were forcing their way onto community lines. Next came the houses, bulldozing them without knowing if people were still inside. Everywhere we looked was chaos. Our walkie-talkies kept reporting violence and mayhem from all sides of the village. It was the worst of nightmares because every moment was real. 4 years of nonviolent resistance and peace building by Dakerholm violently annihilated in 4 hours. Many families are living in Licado office right now for lack of better options. Others were dumped at the relocation site with not even plastic for shelter. It's heartbreaking. Everyone's been working like mad, gathering footage and pictures. Licado is sending a slideshow to embassies, international donors, and organizations tomorrow morning at 6 a.m. to call for condemnation of the eviction and intervention on behalf of the families. All of us are helping to take care of practical and emotional needs of families living at the Licado, serving food, cleaning rooms, processing their photos, and of course providing love and comfort. Everyone around is chipping in and doing their part without discussion, and somehow the pieces are coming together. How is Dakerholm doing? How are we doing? Words cannot express. And 4 months after the eviction, and 4 months after this was written, Licado Canada hired 2 young leaders from the Dakerholm community, and we started the Human Rights Defenders Apparel Project. It's a cooperative business with the aim of self-generating funds into the critical services for Cambodian communities affected by the land-grabbing crisis going on in Cambodia right now. In the 4 short months of the research stage of the project, we were able to send 3 young people to university to learn English and hire a support worker who connected 6 people to medical grants, 2 young people to scholarships, and 10 families to small business loans. We make money matter, becoming a gift that keeps on giving. And all contributions from today's events are going directly to empowering the families and building these bridges to sustainable solutions. Come see us either in the refreshment room or in the front to learn more about this progressive project. I want to also thank all the authors today for contributing their books and being so warm and embracing of the cause and towards Cambodia. So thank you for your time and enjoy the rest of the event.